What's up? What's up? What's up? It's Aileron. How's it going, y'all? Happy early Halloween. Anyway, I just thought I'd reach out to you guys because we've had some stuff that's been going on, and I thought I'd say hello, see if anybody was around. It's a very wet Saturday here for me. What's up, two people? How's it going? So let's see what's been going on. I saw Stranger Things. I don't care what anybody says. They came correct. I love that show. I can't wait for season 3. It was absolutely awesome. What's up, Evan? Let's see what else is happening. Book 5 came out on audio. You guys are liking that. Thank you, as always. Not to start anything, but when that book came out, I actually got like my first 1 out of 5 on averages because people didn't like the part about the mustache ride. I got a lot of Lord will judge you kind of stuff, blah, blah, blah. So I'm happy that you guys are enjoying it, hearing about it as opposed to just reading about it. So yeah, book 5 came out on audio. People are liking that. Please leave a review if you haven't listened. But book 7, I hear people kind of want to hear about. Book 7 will be out November 19th. You will have it over the Thanksgiving holiday kind of week, and I hope that you enjoy it. It's hard for me to gauge what it translates into Amazon, but I think it's going to be around 800 or so pages. I have not just been, sitting here with thumbs doing whatever. What's up, Jason Roberts? I'm glad you finally caught me on Facebook Live. So I was saying that, yeah, so I think book 7 will probably be about 800 pages. There will be comedy, there will be sadness, there will be lots of magics, village building, drama, dogs and cats living together. It's going to be fun. Blah, blah, blah. Nick, yeah, you got to tell me how to say your name one day, dude. I'll keep saying most cops. I'm positive it's not most cops. Anyway, what's up, Nick? So book 7's coming out. Oh, I have a cool new filter that I'll be putting up. And what else is happening? I'm going to be starting on a couple other projects that I've been having on the back burner for a long time, because 7 was always going to be kind of like my slight pause until I got to 8. So there's going to be some cool stuff that's going to be coming out. It's not most cops. All right, yeah. So that's American education for you. So anyway, there's going to be a couple other new books that are coming out. I'm going to be doing a Facebook Live party with some very cool authors. I will put up the list of that sometime soon. It'll be the week before, and basically it's going to be me and 8 other authors who are going to be available by Facebook Live. So you're going to be able to talk to a lot of LitRPG authors that you love, a couple other just sci-fi fantasy authors, and one gigantic name if I can really get her to agree. Moose Cops. Okay, yeah, I'm down with that. So let's see. Kyra West says, so excited. Thank you, Kyra. It's awesome. I love those little hearts. My male readers never send me hearts, which I think is super sexist, but whatever. Thank you. So just a recap if you're just getting here. Again, book 5 came out. You guys are liking it. Please leave a review. Book 7 will be out November 19th. I think I will throw it up for pre-order. I haven't done it in a long time. I think they may have changed it. But either way, it'll be up for November 19th or whenever Amazon finishes their review. I have a new filter for book 7. Stranger Things 2 was freaking awesome. Evan, you're always in my heart, so thank you. Let's see, what else? Does anyone have any questions? I haven't really done that in a while. I do these short whatevers, but if anyone had any targeted questions that are not spoilers, I would be happy to answer if anybody had anything. Otherwise, I will say that, again, with book 7, you're going to get everything that you wanted before, and there's going to be some village building, and there's going to be some dungeoning, and you're going to see my unique dungeon system and how it comes into play. Did I pick a dungeon name? So I actually I was going to stay with the Dungeon of Bloody Chaos because I thought it was wonderfully horrible. But one of my friends was like, it'd be great if you threw out this option for your fans. So if you guys don't know, I put up a post yesterday saying hey, give me some dungeon names. And I had some good ones like the Dark Hole, let's see, Sphincter's Revenge, some really great options so far. So keep those coming. I'm going to pick one soon, and the winners get a t-shirt because, I love you guys. Let's see, Jake Rogers says, thanks for a fun series. Thanks for reading, Jake. Jason says, you mentioned email, but looking into hardcovers. I haven't really done it yet because it's not like I obviously can't just Google someone that will make a hardcover, but the trick is finding it in a way that, one, they have reliable reviews. I don't want some crap that's falling apart. I would never put my name on that. Two, how do I keep the cost down so I can, keep the cost down for y'all? And three, the big name dudes like Sanderson, they actually are able to sell hardcovers through Amazon. Amazon does not necessarily offer that for indies, so I have one or two people looking into it to see if I can offer the hardcovers on, on Amazon too. What I may end up doing, because hardcovers, are just so physically large, that I may do like compendiums. So like hardcover of 1 through 3 with some cool new artwork that I commission and whatever else like that. It'll probably happen after 7 comes out, because honestly I just don't have the time. All right, Kyra said you mentioned other stories you want to get into. How's that going? So it's actually going really well. Like, one of the things that I've been doing, I haven't really, fleshed them out, but I've got about probably 100 pages of notes for 4 different stories that I kind of want to play with, and so I have a lot of obviously the Chaos Seeds is going to be my thing forever. I've got 50 books worth of content for that, but I wanted to sort of stretch my literary muscles too. So I'm not sure exactly which one it's going to be, but I will let you guys know well ahead of the time it comes out, and it will not be this long again. Honestly, this long a period of time has been because of a series of reasons, because I was getting books out every 2 months, and the last one I put out was January 31st. So now we're 10, 11 months later, and it's because, one, it's just really big. Two, it's because I took 2 months off. I had to take care of my life stuff, and so that slowed it down. And then honestly, I just started getting involved in what I consider a author kind of role as opposed to a writer. I've been a writer for the last several years, and I'm super blessed that you guys enjoy my work, but being an author involves getting some of these books out for hardcover, meeting with agents, going to the cons, trying to plush the fest, make the connections, stuff like that, and honestly upping my social media game as well. So I've really felt like I spent the last 6 months learning that as well, and I have a day job, so that takes up some time. But no, you will hear about the other stories soon. Let's see, Brandon Rod, when will books 6 and 7 be out on audio? So Nick has already started recording book 6. But I think if you've been following, you saw Nick, he got a really bad head cold, and the dude is the best in the business, as you know. So for him, it wasn't I could probably be okay, but he only gives his best. So he just stopped recording for a while, or would only record for an hour a day, where he would get the best out of his voice, and as soon as he felt a little bit was going off, he would just stop. So I'm not the only person he works with, obviously. I'm just super lucky to be able to work with him, and so it slowed stuff down. So he's already started on 6, and he's going to keep going, but he still has a backlog. So hopefully 6 will be out in the next 2 months or so, because however long it takes us, it takes Amazon another 2 to 3 weeks. But I can't promise it, but it will be as soon as possible. And Nick's my boy. He's gonna hook us up, promise. Let's see. Evan says, hardcover. Yeah, I appreciate it, buddy. And I'll hook you up with a deal. Remind me of that. Ricardo Coleman says, I'm almost done with my LitRPG book. What do I do for getting myself out there? Also, I enjoy your book. So Ricardo, the thing that I'm most proud about after writing my books is creating the LitRPG group. It's an insanely awesome resource that connects readers and writers. With that caveat, I've always been 100% clear that the group is reader based. So you can't ask crowdsourcing questions. You can't ask how do I do whatever. But it's very easy to know the writers that are in the group, and almost all of the ones that are part of my main LitRPG group are super cool dudes. So you could hit me up, and I'll give you advice to answers to directed questions and other people. I also have a forum and a Discord channel as far as the nuts and bolts. And then as far as just sort of getting yourself out there, the LitRPG community is real. If you've come correct, they're gonna love you and pump you up. If you've come with a money grab, they're gonna damn your name forever, cast a seance. So, as long as you come correct, I think you're going to find the community to be super welcoming. Blah, blah, blah. Let's see. Liam, much love to you too, Liam. Only found out about a month ago. Thank you so much, man. When I first started writing these books, I kind of just did it as a mental exercise. It never occurred to me anybody would actually ever read them. I thought maybe I'd get my mom to read them one day, which she hasn't, because she's tough as nails. If you've ever seen that show Get Off the Boat, or like Fresh Off the Boat with the Asian family, kind of like that, but like a little meaner. So I've been blown away. Thank you so much, dude. Let's see. And I personally like reading the books. I like reading books too, man. I was never into audiobooks, and I can't even say until my books were audiobooks, because the first narrator I had didn't really capture me. But listening to Nick, dude, the guy blows me away. I feel like I'm watching a movie. So I do get what you mean, but like there definitely are awesome audiobooks out there. Mine. Just found out of your books last week, George. Thanks so much, man. Book 7, like I said, if you missed it earlier, will be out on the 19th of November, so less than a month. Do you have a regular day job? I do have a regular day job. John, I'm gonna Ustaskowski. Yeah. All right, yeah, I'm sure I nailed that. I am a physician. I work for Kaiser Permanente. I'm what's called a hospitalist. And what I do basically is, just like it sounds, I do hospital work, not clinic work. And so when I'm there, if you go to the emergency room and the emergency room doctor says you're too sick to go home, I take care of you while you're in the hospital. And I normally take care of things like heart attacks, strokes, broken bones, pneumonias, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I work nights, so like it shuts me down when I do that, which is another reason that it took so long for this book to come out. And I'll actually be going back in Monday night for all the week, so hopefully I can still get some writing done and editing and stuff like that. Evan, brother, I don't need a deal, blah, blah, blah. I know, man, but you're the best, so I'm going to hook you up anyway. Hyun Sung, I hope I said that right. You mentioned about going to cons, any that you'll be going to soon. So I actually have been lucky enough to meet a virtual assistant. I have hired and fired like a couple people this year, unfortunately. But I have a cool virtual assistant who's signing me up for a couple local ones, and then maybe 2 of the big, more broad ones for what fits into my schedule. And one of the things that's daunted me is just the frustration of all right, now I have to lug all these books and this banner and whatever all across the world, and just seemed kind of like a pain in the butt, just me being the only one that holds the shop down. But now that I have help, I will be at more cons, and if anyone's seen me before, they know that I love giving out free stuff and all that kind of stuff, because y'all are awesome. Yeah, Ricardo, again, yeah, seriously, hit me up, dude. I'll do what I can. Omar, you're the best, man. Appreciate you. George Thomas, Nick Podell's amazing. I don't care if you asked him or asked someone else to your book. Goddamn, he's worth it. Yeah, he is. He is. I mean, again, I was never super into audiobooks, but I listened to a lot of people as I was auditioning, and he blew me up. I mean, he was the guy where I heard him and I was like, yeah, I'll email him. Nothing has ever happened, but he's honestly this amazingly humble and just sort of super cool dude too. So yeah, I feel super blessed and happy I get to work with him. Cody, yeah, I'm excited too, man. I'm really excited for this book to come out. One of the weird things about writing a book for months is that sometimes when I'm doing my editing, I'm like, oh, that was hilarious that I put that. So I hope you guys really like it too. Blah, 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 Ricardo. All right, cool. So I feel like we've caught up on the questions. Unless if anyone has one, you can feel free to type it in. But a recap, book 5 came out on audio. People are liking it. If you've listened to it, I know it's irritating. I never really do it back in the day, but just please leave a short, word review. The first couple of days or make or break. And there are some trolls out there that give me negative just because they don't like me personally. So if you could leave a review and or the stars, that would be great. Book 7 will be out on November 19th. I may or may not put it for pre-order. I think I will, but I need to recheck because I haven't done it since book 2, and I've been told by a couple authors that it's changed, so I just need to make sure it still works. Let's see, what else? I have a new Book 7 Facebook filter that I would love if you guys would rock. I'll put that up in the next couple days. Ooh, I'm having a Facebook party of myself and probably 7 other authors. The week before it comes out, probably November 12th or 13th. I'll give you guys an official date, but everyone's going to be available either for typed responses or this kind of back and forth Facebook Live for 30 minutes or so. And you're going to be able to meet a lot of other authors, LitRPG and other that have crossover stuff, and I'm sure you'll be super excited. It's awesome. And there will be giveaways. Everyone was free stuff. Let's see, William Ochuzo, awesome. Gnomes do rule, sir. They do. Todd Burnett, do you pre-write the game rules and follow the system? Blah, blah. All right, so yeah, I absolutely pre-write the game rules. I think one of the things that people responded to was, as opposed to being oh, we're dying. Oh, but look, I've got a magic staff of blah, blah, blah. No, in my books, you get your butt kicked if, that's the way the roll works out. I'm not actually rolling dice, but yeah, I have a predetermined system, and I think it's easier for me to have made this world that operates by this logic, and then create the story that, you know, sort of fits within it, and it gives it an air of authenticity and realism, at least in my opinion. I get kind of lost when I'm in a story, and it's like, what are the daring duo going to do? And then he just pulls this new magic ability out of his butt, and it's like, well, where's my investment? So yeah, I definitely do. But you know, with that being said, I've done version 2.0 of stuff where it's like, when I've kept writing the books, I, you know, have a cool idea, or I'm like, oh, that mechanic was a little bit off, and then I'll go back and, like, you know, make those changes. And it's never a plot change, but when book 7 comes out, I've slowly been also updating the last books to catch, like, even, like, you know, the little you know, typos or whatever, but also updating it to a version 3.0. Again, there's no plot changes or anything like that, but an example is I felt like enchanting might be becoming a little bit overpowered, and I think overpowered is the death of any game or LitRPG. So I changed the enchantment, not the system, but like his access to certain levels of enchantments, so that he couldn't just be walking around with, like, you know, the super mega death sword. It's like, you know, who cares about that? And that, when I release book 6, the other ones are going to be updated as well. Maybe with a little bit of, like, new fun content, because I just wanted to flesh out, like, you know, a quest, but no major changes, but, like, mechanic issues to keep it fun and fair. Let's say I'll leave mine soon. No one's real. Haters will hate, dude. Karma does deal with them. You know, and honestly, one of the things that I've learned over the last 2 years is just not to sweat that stuff. So it really just doesn't faze me anymore. When's he gonna get down and get smoochy with the Heart Mother just to mess with Cyan? I don't know, dude. I've done a lot of fucked up stuff in my life. I've never really made out with my best friend's mom. Let's just leave it at that. Blah, blah, blah. I really appreciate that, Todd. And what's up, Bosch? Awesome name as well. So anyway, thank you guys again for listening. I just like to connect with you guys. I will be, since I'm sure it's on the tip of your tongues, one of the 3 Amigos. This is my horn. Tequila! I don't care if that's not right. It's awesome. Yeah, so now, blah, blah, blah. All right, so Glennon's asking book 6. Nick's slowed down, hopefully in 2 months. Jeremiah, I've ever called a plot change a patch. So for writing LitRPG, I feel very comfortable putting out like a version 3.0 like every other video game ever has, because when you get feedback or when you get deeper into like the mechanics, you do things that make it more fun. As far as a plot change though, no. I've thought through all of my plots for like literally maybe 100 books. So I never have, you know, thankfully written myself into a hole that I, you know, couldn't get out of. I've pretty much thought it all through. Though, you know, when I am writing, I'm almost surprised where the story goes sometimes, because again, I set a framework and operate within that, and sometimes it takes me someplace I didn't expect. But no plot points, just fun stuff. Brandon Christopher Stapleton says, the world I've built is amazing. I really appreciate that, dude. And Rivals, Token, and Jordan. Yeah, man. Forget those guys. I'm super as big as them. No. I appreciate that. I hope that, you know, billions of other people one day share that. But I am still in awe of the greats. I have been resisting the urge to read Peter Brett's The Core. And I definitely need to have my book out before the new Stormlight comes out, because I will not be accessible for however long that takes. Let's see, Bosch. And have you mapped out the future buildings, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, the buildings I have, but also, like, honestly, I'm kind of having fun, because there's days where, like, I just fearlessly am writing out, like, various buildings and the effects that they would have on the village. Because one of the things that I wish that I honestly had more time to go into would be, you know, the village building to a certain extent. But sometimes I just feel like the call of, like, you know, some of these storylines, you know, pulling me. But like, my favorite video game growing up was Civ. The only downside being that I felt like it was too God, you know, sort of like, you know, tiered. And I mean, how amazing. I mean, I feel like my books are, you know, kind of a combination of, like, if you took Elder Scrolls and you took Civ and you, like, mashed them together. I mean, you know, who wouldn't want to do that? So hopefully one day we will play it. Hopefully it'll be called The Land. Nickelodeon, say hi to me. And Netflix, I love you. I'll do anything. So yeah. And Craig, I love Craig. Everyone please give a shout out to Craig Fletcher, who runs my PR. He's an awesome dude. He hooks us up. He actually threw a con. He represented me at a con in the UK. Dude is awesome. send him some love and join the street team, but be prepared for him to yell a little bit, because he yells a little bit, and it's okay. Eric Baranowski, very cool again. Is anything going to happen with the other KFCs knowing his real name? So we don't know if his friends have come through, and one of the most common questions is like, it's called Chaos Seeds, dude. There's one Chaos Seed. Yes, there is. It is called Chaos Seeds, but it's only been 6 months. Let's keep in mind. And he's on a planet the size of Jupiter, right? So there will be other Chaos Seeds. And spoiler for anyone that hasn't seen it, but like in book 6, I talk about how they are like, drawing each other. So we can expect to see Chaos Seeds 7-ly Soonie, if that means anything to you. So yeah, all right. Let's see, Amanda Maniaga, you made me want to read a lot of RPG lit. So LitRPG, but sure, yeah, I'm happy that you found it, Amanda. It's awesome. Jeremiah, sorry, and Donovan, the back and forth with Nexus is one of my favorite parts. Yeah, Nexus is an awesome asshole. I think being an asshole is funny, and Nexus is my spirit animal. Well, actually, Chris Pratt as a griffin, like the head of Chris Pratt on a griffin is my spirit animal, but Nexus is very close. And Bosch says, is it crazy that these books feel real? I hope not, man. When I was growing up, my favorite books were actually Magician by Raymond D. Feist. I've been lucky enough to meet with him. He said, quit bothering me. It's been a special moment. Love that guy. The Tao of Pooh, because I think Benjamin Hoff teaches you a lot about life. Jonathan Livingston Seagull, because it kind of teaches one of the most important points, that anything's possible and the only boundaries are the ones in our mind. I mean, to a certain extent, and I think that's an awesome image. But also, these books are real. Also, Pygmalion, because it brought the power of laughter to me. And I always thought that if I could ever make people laugh with the written word, then that would be something that I had positively added to the world. So I'm happy that they feel real, and I do hope they bring a chuckle to your heart at least a time or two. So yeah. And Amanda, I'm glad that I said it right, but I'm guessing you're saying I said the Maniago. I hope I'm not butchering it the second time, but either way, I'm happy you're here. Richard Coleman says, so as far as LitRPG is okay to talk about the characters in the real world a few times, blah, blah, blah. Dude, it's okay for you to do whatever is going to, stir your heart and your story. The way I see it, writing a book is the same thing as, like, talking to a girl. It's like, you don't know what she's going to think is stupid and what she's going to think is funny, so you might as well just be yourself and hope for the best. That's a Alaron Kong message. All right. Adam Godspeed says, do you have a total book count? So 50 books and a movie and a Hugo Award is my goal in life. I would happily trade that movie for a Netflix series. Again, Netflix, I'll do almost anything. But yeah, so as far as all 50 books being in the land, probably not, because I'm going to want to test myself with other series, see what I can bring through, see what other kind of like characters and nuances and messages, honestly, that I can bring through into my stories. And I hope they all work. We'll see. But either way, I plan on this is my passion, and I want to test myself to be better. So yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, I mean, Robert Jordan's definitely on the list. I mean, I think we can all agree that it meandered a lot in the middle, even though it was still a fun ride. And obviously it's a blessing that, a master storyteller like Sanderson took over for him at the end. But yeah, I mean, like the original, like, the magic system of the Wheel of Time, just the idea of like, one age ends and the next one begins, I think is something that is nestled in the hearts of almost every sci-fi, aficionado out there. So, I mean, yeah, obviously Jordan is amazing. Yeah. Let's see if I missed anything. I want to make sure that I didn't. Do I plan on keeping the land going after Richter's story's done? Yeah, but, that implies that it's going to finish sometime soon, and honestly, I feel like he has a lot left to say. And have you ever listened to audiobooks at all? The voice actor makes it, yeah. So I've never listened to an audiobook. Well, that's not true. I've probably listened to like one or two on like a long road trip, and was a little bored by them for the ones that I remember listening to like 10 years ago. And it might have been the book that I don't even remember what book it was. But yeah, I never knew that someone could have the talent, like just the trained and God-given talent like Nick does, to make you feel like these are like people that you're with, make you feel like you're watching a movie. That's why I'm so thankful for the guy. He's absolutely amazing and an awesome, awesome dude. All right, it looks like I've caught up with the questions. So, quick recap: Book 5 is out. Please leave a review. I go, how about a dungeon book? You know, after the movie deal. Yeah, so there's going to be some dungeon goodness that I introduced into this one, and maybe even a reference about a possible dungeon book coming up. I don't know. So yeah, have I read the World Keeper by Justin Miller? I haven't. So unfortunately, so Glendon asked me if I'd read World Keeper by Justin Miller. Unfortunately, the downside of being a LitRPG writer is that I don't really have time to read lit, and I don't really have time to play RPGs. My Xbox is laying fallow. Even Civilization has been ignored by me for several months. So that's one of the things after Book 7 is done, I plan to catch up with a lot of the guys that have come out. But I've definitely been reading some of it, but honestly, I've kind of missed most of it recently. Is there a max amount of chapters? Just hit me up privately about that with like just a list of questions, and then I'll try to answer for you, Ricardo. But again, no, you do what you think is cool, and I think you'll be surprised that there's other people out there like you that also think stuff is cool. You do what you need to do and write a good story. Write a story that you want to read, and no matter what, you'll be doing well. And Omar Perez, yeah, Nick, yeah, he's the bomb. All right, we're shutting it down. Recap, Book 5 is out. Please leave a word review, even if it's like woot at the end. Book 7 will be out November 19th. I think I'll put it up for pre-order. I'll have some more filters coming out. I really appreciate you guys that rock it and let the people know. I've got a bunch of new t-shirts on the website if you want to check it out, litrpg.com, easy to remember. And I'm going to do a Facebook party in mid-November with like 8 other people, basically like this, like 30 minutes. Each author talks for like 30 minutes to you guys, either via Facebook Live or via answering questions like that. There may be a big name if I can get this person to agree at the end. I'd be super excited to talk to her. Little spoiler. And free giveaways. So again, thank you, Miss Village. You guys are awesome. I will talk to you later. And peace, love, and the perfect margarita. All right. Happy Halloween.